Welcome back. We are discussing the topics in randomized block design. In this lesson, we discuss efficiency of randomized block design RBD compared to relative to CRD, completely randomized design. What is the efficiency of RBD relative to CRD? First of all, I give you a formula of efficiency. What is the formula of efficiency if you have two estimators or two designs? Two kinds of statistics you consider. Efficiency of, for example, T1, T2 are two statistics. Efficiency of T1 is calculated by variance of T2 divided by variance of T1. Similar fashion, I consider sigma square E is the error variance for RBD and sigma dash square E is the error variance for CRD. That's what we have learned in CRD and RBD. Sigma square E is the one such error variance. Because now we have two techniques of two designs, CRD and RBD. So therefore, I have considered separately for CRD sigma dash square E, for RBD sigma square E. Therefore, efficiency of RBD relative to CRD, if I indicate capital E, it is nothing but the error variance of CRD divided by the error variance of RBD. That is what I have explained, that the efficiency of T1 is calculated by variance of T2 by variance of T1. The same formula, error variance of CRD divided by error variance of RBD, which means it is equivalent to be sigma dash square E divided by sigma square E. This is what the efficiency we have to calculate in this particular topic, the efficiency. So therefore, in the calculation of efficiency, we have to get this result, for which I have considered, I consider the table of ANOVA table of CRD and RBD, the which particular contents I require. I consider RBD and CRD with same number of treatments. One experiment is conducted. The same kind of experiment is conducted in CRD and RBD. And in RBD, the K treatments and H blocks, which means equal to replications. The same number of treatments also considered in the experiment in the consideration of CRD. So therefore, and there in RBD, whatever number of blocks and replications we have considered, the same number of replications are also to be considered in CRD. This is what the assumption. So with K by H table, in RBD, with K treatments and H replications, here the blocks are replications we consider. What is a simple table of RBD? And I consider 3-4 important factors in a particular table. First of all, source of variation, and it is the table for RBD. I consider it is table for RBD. In the table of RBD, I consider source of variation and sum of the squares, degrees of freedom, mean sum of squares, expectation of mean sum of squares. Right? So in the source of variation I consider treatments. And blocks, error, and total. I finish the table. The sum of the squares, it is nothing but SST, it is SSV, it is SSE, and total sum of squares TSS. Degrees of freedom is k minus 1. Blocks, for degrees of freedom for blocks, h minus 1. Error, k minus 1 into h minus 1. Okay? And the mean sum of squares, this is what s square t, this is s square b, and this is s square e. What required exactly? Expectation of mean sum of squares. It is because of for treatments h into sigma square t plus sigma square e. That is the expectation of mean sum of squares for treatments. For blocks, it is b into sigma square h, now k multiplied by sigma square b plus sigma square e. That is for blocks. I is equal to 1 to k into sigma square b, and for sigma s square e, it is sigma square e. So I am leaving for total sum of squares. Degrees of freedom, of course, we have here, it is kh minus 1. Same experiment with k blocks, with k treatments and h blocks. Here we consider these are the h replications. K treatments and H replications. I have considered the same treatment of same experiment for CRD. In CRD, what I consider, this is the table for CRD. Source of variation and sum of squares and degrees of freedom and mean sum of squares, expectation of mean sum of squares. So this is what the table again I considered, in which the source of variation are treatments and error and the total. Sum of squares SST, SSE and TSS, total sum of squares. Degrees of freedom, here it is k minus 1. Degrees of freedom for error is it is n minus k. N is k into h minus k is equal to k into h minus 1. Hope you understand. So I have considered n is equal to kh. Capital N is equal to k into h for both the experiments. So total sum of squares is n minus 1, that is kh minus 1. So this is the degrees of freedom for error, this is the degrees of freedom for total. Okay, now come to the mean sum of squares, it is s square t. We can consider as dash square t for difference, for making difference, but it will be same s square e, but it will be definitely different. I consider as dash square e. So error component, here we have treatments for same treatments, same number of treatments, therefore s square t I have considered common, same s dash square e. Here s square e will be different definitely from the s square e which is obtained in the due to the error, because here only one factor treatment, here treatments and blocks. And here expectation of mean sum of square, that is what we have to write clearly. It is h into sigma square t plus sigma dash square e That's what we have considered for error variance for CRD. It is sigma dash square E we have considered. So therefore it is simply sigma dash square E. This is what the tables I have formulated for RBD and CRD. You concentrate on expectation of mean sum of squares because this is what it plays crucial role in calculating the efficiency, the degrees of freedom and expectation of mean sum of squares. That is the two particular things we considered. For treatments here, h into sigma square t plus sigma square e. For blocks it is k into sigma square b plus sigma square e. And for error it is sigma square e. Whereas we consider for treatments in CRD, h into sigma square t plus sigma dash square e. And for error we consider sigma dash square e. Now how do we calculate the efficiency? For calculating efficiency, we consider sum of the squares which are equal in both the CRD and RBD. If you equalize sum of the squares, because variation present in the sum of the squares will be mean sum of squares multiplied by degrees of freedom. That's what the formula of mean sum of squares is equal to sum of the squares divided degrees of freedom divided by degrees of freedom. So sum of the squares is equal to mean sum of squares degrees of freedom we can consider. Now instead of I consider degrees of freedom multiplied by expectation of mean sum of squares, which what I will get by comparing the sum of the squares in both the designs RBD and CRD, what you will get. So I multiply degrees of freedom and expectation of mean sum of squares in both the designs and I equate it. That is nothing but which gives the sum of the squares, right? So what I do, I multiply degrees of freedom multiplied by expectation of mean sum of squares. What I do here, by calculating this, what you will get? You see, you multiply directly. It is a simple calculation. K minus 1 into h into sigma square t plus sigma square e plus h minus 1 into k into sigma square b plus sigma square e plus k minus 1 into h minus 1 multiplied by sigma square e. You refer again. For treatments k minus 1 degrees of freedom, expectation of mean sum of square is h into sigma square t plus sigma square e. For blocks h minus 1 k into sigma square b plus sigma square e. For error k minus 1 into h minus 1 into sigma square e, which is equivalent to b. You consider this is for RBD. Now come to the common takes for CRD. Same thing. K minus 1 into h into sigma square t plus sigma dash square e. K minus 1 into h into sigma square t plus sigma dash square e. Second one, k into h minus 1, that is for error, plus k into h minus 1 multiplied by sigma dash square e. This is what the result by obtaining, by equating the sum of the squares, which means degrees of freedom and expectation of mean sum of squares, by taking that. Now you see, what are the terms is going to be cancelled. So k into k minus 1 into h sigma square t, right side, left side, right hand side, k minus 1 into h sigma square t. So h into sigma square t, the term is going to be cancelled. Now you see the remaining terms are sigma square b, sigma square e, sigma dash square e. What I am separating now. Now we will do this terms here. H minus 1. First of all, sigma square e terms. K minus 1 here. K minus 1. The first one k minus 1. So the sigma square e again here multiplied by h minus 1 plus h minus 1. Again we have here the another particular term of sigma square e is plus k minus 1 into h minus 1 multiply kh minus k minus h plus 1 multiplied by sigma square e, which are the terms of sigma square e. Finish on the left hand side. And one more term of sigma square b, it is plus h minus 1 into or k into h minus 1 into sigma square b is equivalent to the right hand side part. We have sigma square, sigma dash square e term. Please see the term here. K minus 1 here is equal to k minus 1 multiplied plus. Here we have k into h minus 1. That is plus kh minus k multiplied by sigma dash square e. So minus k cancelling here plus k. Here you see the k minus k will get cancelled. Plus h minus h also get cancelled, and minus 1 and plus 1 also get cancelled. What is the term left here? Here kh minus 1. So kh minus 1 into sigma square e is equivalent to b. Right hand side, not one more term, plus k into h minus 1 into sigma square b is equivalent to b. Right hand side term, kh minus 1 again. kh minus 1 remains multiplied by sigma dash square e. What is the formula of the efficiency? Sigma dash square e divided by sigma square e. So in this equation we have both sigma square e, sigma dash square e. So therefore to calculate efficiency, divide the entire term with sigma square e and also divide with kh minus 1. Then we can eliminate directly. So therefore by dividing kh minus 1 into sigma square e, you see here this is the equation 1, the entire term will get cancelled, and here k into h minus 1 divided by kh minus 1 multiplied by sigma square b divided by sigma square e is equal to kh minus 1 will get cancelled. Remaining term is sigma dash square e divided by sigma square e. That is what required efficiency. We are already at the end. Okay, so therefore, hope you understand this. By considering degrees, by multiplying degrees of freedom multiplied by expectation of mean sum of squares. By multiplying degrees of freedom and expectation of mean sum of squares, this is the result we get. At the end we get this particular result. What is this? I write again. This is what the efficiency we got. Now I write the result of with this we have two particular parameters, sigma square e and sigma square b. There are two particular other factors which remains, which are to be estimated. I write here. Therefore efficiency is equal to sigma dash square e divided by sigma square e. It is equivalent to be 1 plus k into h minus 1 multiplied by divided by kh minus 1 multiplied by sigma square b divided by sigma square e. This is what the efficiency remains. This is the efficiency in which sigma square b, sigma square e are to be estimated, and we have to substitute those values. The estimated values are to be find out. Okay, so therefore we have two results. Of course, we have written in the expectation of mean sum of squares. No need to search again. So if you see first one, expectation of s squares e is equal to sigma square e. Okay, that is what the one such result. Expectation of mean sum of squares. We have calculated all these values in two-way classification. I have taken one particular class for that. And sigma square b. For sigma square b, so it is required to calculate expectation of s square b is equivalent to b. The expectation, that is mean sum of squares due to logs, which will be k into sigma square b plus sigma square e. This is what the same thing we have written in the expectation of mean sum of squares table as well. You can refer. K into it is expectation of s square b will give sigma square b plus sigma square e. For this, no problem. S square E is an unbiased estimate of sigma square E. Now, S square B is not an unbiased estimate of sigma square B. Okay. So that is the reason why you have to, first of all, you subtract these two directly. By subtracting these two, what you will get? This minus this. So it is nothing but expectation of S square B minus expectation of S square E is equal to K sigma square B. Sigma square E will get cancelled, and so that expectation of S square B minus expectation of S square E is equal to K sigma square B plus sigma square E minus sigma square E. So K sigma square B. In which you have to calculate sigma square B, we have to estimate. So therefore, I am taking K left hand side so that the estimation will be obtained. Expectation of S square B minus S square E, we can write divided by K is equal to sigma square B. We can write directly it is equal to expectation of S square B minus S square E divided by K. I am taking inside because expectation of AX is equal to A into expectation of X. So A into expectation of X is equal to expectation of AX. That's what constant I have taken inside. So therefore, sigma square B. So therefore, sigma square B can be estimated by S square B minus S square E by K. So this is an unbiased estimate of sigma square B. So therefore, S square E is an unbiased estimator for sigma square E, and S square B minus S square E divided by K is an unbiased estimate for sigma square B. These are the results we have here. So therefore we can replace, that is we can estimate sigma square E by S square E and sigma square B by S square B minus S square E divided by K. This is what the estimations we have, since they are unbiased estimators for sigma square C, sigma square E and sigma square B respectively. So therefore, now we replace those values here in the formula, then you will get the value of the efficiency. Right? Hope you understand. This is what I am doing here. I have calculated the unbiased estimators, and then I am replacing those unbiased estimators for sigma square B and sigma square E. Therefore, efficiency is equal to 1 plus K into H minus 1 divided by KH minus 1 multiplied by sigma square B. It is going to be replaced by S square B minus S square E divided by K multiplied by and divided by sigma square E. It is going to be estimated by S square E. So divided by 1 divided by S square E I write. Okay. So therefore here K will get cancelled, and then you take an LCM so that KH minus 1 multiplied by S square E. Now KH minus 1 multiplied by S square E plus H minus 1 into S square B minus S square E. Now it is equivalent to be, I do here, KH minus 1, S square E here, S square E also here. So I am adding all the terms. KH minus 1 minus with minus sign, H minus 1, minus of H minus 1, minus H plus 1 into S square E plus H minus 1 into S square B divided by, it is KH minus 1 into S square E. Therefore it is equivalent to be, now minus 1 plus 1 will get cancelled. KH minus H, take a common H into K minus 1 multiplied by S square E plus H minus 1 into S square B divided by KH minus 1 into S square E. This is what the efficiency of RBD relative to CRD. It is nothing but H into K minus 1 into S square E plus H minus 1 into S square B divided by KH minus 1 into S square E. This is what the required efficiency result of randomized block design RBD relative to completely randomized design CRD. I hope you understand the result. We have to consider some simple table in which you require degrees of freedom and expectation of mean sum of squares. These are the two particular columns we mainly require. And then we have to multiply degrees of freedom and expectation of mean sum of squares in RBD and CRD and equate it. And then we get an equation of sigma dash square E by sigma square E to obtain result, which is nothing but the efficiency of RBD relative to CRD, in which you have to replace the unbiased estimators or the estimators of sigma square B and sigma square E, which you will get this particular result. This is what the formula of efficiency of RBD relative to CRD. Thank you.